morning, everybody. Welcome to Strengths and Balance. My name is Hannah and I'm a senior fitness instructor with Stonebridge Community Services. Welcome. We have a full body workout to do today. We are going to use some weights for that workout. My weights look like this. You can choose whatever size feels good today. We will not be on the floor for any of our exercises, but we will use the wall as kind of a piece of equipment. We'll work at an incline with the wall. The way we'll structure this workout, we will have 8 different exercises. We're going to do them 3 times through for 30 seconds each time. We'll take a little break in between. We'll take a longer break before we move to the next exercise. Second part of the class will be balance. Probably have about 6 different exercises there. Let's make sure that we have something to hold on to for support. Chair, table. I always use the wall here, the back of the sofa, whatever it might be. Let's hold on to that to keep safe. Oh, excuse me. Let's make sure that we have our water and the space to move around comfortably. Right, I think that's everything that I wanted to say. So let's come up to feet and we will warm up and then we will get right into it. Let's stand up nice and tall and let us march on the spot. Lifting those feet up high, let those arms move forwards and backwards. Let's take a nice deep breath, a big inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in. And out. Lift those hands up. Slowly lower down. And again, deep breath in. And out. Good. Pull those shoulders up towards our ears. And relax them down. Lift those shoulders. And lower. Pull the shoulders up. And down. Let's lift. And lower. Good. Let's roll our shoulders. Nice big circles. Good. Let's roll the shoulders forwards. And let's bring those arms out to the side. Little circles here. Let's go back in the other direction. Great, let's bend at the elbows, hands in towards your chest and out. Hands in and out, hands in and out, hands in and out, hands in and out, hands in and out. Let's hold those hands up, hands and elbows towards each other and back. Hands in, out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Let's pivot, lower those hands and up, hands down, hands up, down, and up, hands down, and up. Relax those arms. Let's tap our toes forwards and march those arms. And let's tap those toes to the sides. Let's take one foot, tap your toe and heel, toe and heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel, and the other side, tap your toe and your heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, and heel. Let's tap those heels forwards and we're going to open and close those hands. Let's tap those heels to the sides. Good, let's bring those feet together. We're going to tap our toes and let's wiggle our fingers. Let's tap our heels and tap those fingers to your thumb. Good, let's tap our toes. Both feet, circle your wrists. And let's tap these heels, circle those wrists the other way. Good, we're going to stand with our feet hip width apart here. And let's circle our hips. Nice and slowly. Good, back in the other direction. Excellent. Let's grab a quick drink here and then we will begin. And start the timer here. I want you to grab one weight. We're going to hold at our chest, feet close to each other. We're going to do a narrow squat. Okay, I'm going to press go on the timer. Let's grab that weight. Hold at your chest. Feet close to each other. The closer your feet are, the trickier that is. So you can kind of adjust according to what feels best today. Inhale, sink into that squat, and then exhale to push back up. We want to keep our chest nice and tall, and the weight in your heels. Good, 5 more seconds. Good, we can rest for 10 here. We'll repeat this a couple more times. Good, standing nice and tall. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and out. Good, nice deep breaths. Good. 10 seconds. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go. Shoulders relaxed. Nice and slow as you lower down. Exhale as you stand. Oh, 45 seconds. Let's put that weight down. Next exercise, we have 2 weights. One in each hand. We're holding our weights at our sides like this. We're going to do a hammer curl, which is a bicep curl with your hand facing your side like this. One, and then the other. We're going to do a few where we do both hands at the same time, and I'll let you know when. We're going to try and increase the time spent moving both hands at the same time as we go through the three intervals. So standing up nice and tall, feet hip width. Let's curl that hand up, slowly lower down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. Sorry, other way around. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower down. Good. 10 seconds. We're going to repeat this a couple more times. Think about standing up nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Pulling that belly button in towards your spine. So we're engaging those core muscles. Excellent. Pause here for 10 seconds. And we'll do another round. Here we go. Oh, I said we were going to work both hands at the same time. I'm so sorry. Completely forgot. I was having a nice time doing one hand at a time. Oh boy. All right, for the last 10 seconds, we're going to do both hands at the same time. Here we go. So, a couple more. Just put the weights down. I think, one hand at a time was challenging enough, so I didn't think about making it any more difficult for myself. We're going to be at the wall for the next exercise, so I'm right. I'm going to stand with my arms right out in front of me, hands against the wall, hands at shoulder height. Take a step back so your feet are further away than your head. I'm going to drive my knees up towards my chest. Lifting those knees up nice and high. Choose the speed that you can hold for the 30 seconds. So you have to be very fast. We want to look at that spot in between our hands. So we're keeping a nice straight line between tailbone and your upper body, tailbone and your head. Good, nice deep breaths. Good. 10 seconds. We're going to do that again. Good, deep breaths. Excellent. 10 seconds. Let's do that one more time. Good. Let's take a step back. Drive the knees up nice and high. Nice deep breaths. Pull that belly button in towards your spine. Engage those core muscles. Good. Excellent. I wish my mat would just stay in one spot. All right, great. Grab a drink. I'm going to pick up both weights. We're going to do a hip hinge. So I'm going to hold the weights at my shoulders. I like to rest them on my shoulders for this one. Feet hip width, knees soft, hinging forward, and standing up. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Nice and slowly on the way down. We don't need to come down a long way. I stop when I can't move my hips any further back. Inhale as I lower. Exhale to stand up. Good, we're going to repeat that a couple more times. Here we go. Think about that breathing. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you stand. Just hinging forward. Push that bum out behind you. Give it 10 seconds. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Good, nice and slowly. Think about keeping that flat back. Good, a few more seconds. Okay, pop the weights down. One weight next, we're going to hold the weight at the ends. Feet are hip width, standing up nice and tall. Knees are soft. We're going to lift that weight in front. Slowly lower it down. You want to think about keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Chest is tall. So we're not lifting through our shoulders. Lifting forwards, slowly lowering. Here we go, we're going to begin. Breathing out as you lift, breathing in as you lower down. Good. 10 seconds. We'll do that 2 more times. Go. Good, nice and slow as you lower. Couple more. Great. Pause here for 10 seconds. We'll do this one more time. It's quite an intense one for the shoulders here. Here you go. Breathing out as you lift. Breathing in as you lower down. Good. Weight down. More exercises to do. We're going to start at the wall. Again, we're going to be in that wall plank position. So my arms out in front of me, shoulder height. Take a step away, so you're at this incline. You have to be able to see my feet here. I'm going to step one foot out and then in. The next foot out and in. And we'll repeat that, out and in, out and in. Pull that belly button in towards your spine here. Engage those core muscles. Let's begin. Out, in, out, in. I'm looking at that spot in between my hands. Good, nice deep breaths. Engage through those core muscles. Good. Great, let's repeat that a couple more times. Here we go. Something out and in, out, in, out, in. Not too slowly, but we want a pace that we can maintain for the whole 30 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. Let's repeat that one last time. Here we go. Nice deep breaths. Five more seconds. Good. Excellent. Alrighty, we are going to grab both weights again. Let's hold them up at our shoulders. Ooh, they're feeling heavy. We're gonna do a curtsy. So I'm gonna take one foot, step back diagonally behind the other. Inhale, exhale, stand, and feet apart. And then the other way. Good. We're not gonna move too fast. Here we go. Pick those weights up. The amount of knee bend, up to you here. Whatever feels good. We don't need to be going too fast. Inhale as you sink down. Exhale as you stand. Good. 10 seconds. Repeat that 2 more times. Here we go. Good, chest tall. Inhale, sink down. Exhale, handstand. Good, 1 second. All right, we'll repeat this. Last time through. Nice and slowly. Bend those knees just as much as that feels good. Pop the weights down. Excellent. Very good. Quick drink, and then we have one more to do. Good, last one here. Going to carry a weight in each hand. Standing up nice and tall, I'm going to march on the spot, nice and easy. Nice and slow, lowering those feet down slowly. Just giving my hands a break, and letting go of the weights for a moment. Now I have to pick them back up. All right, here we go. 30 seconds, marching on the spot. Weights at your side. Keep that chest really nice and tall. Good. Can be tricky for balance as well, this one. So just take your time, move slowly. 10 seconds. Good. Good. You want to keep that chest nice and tall. Pull the belly button in towards your spine. Good. Looking forwards. Great. 10 seconds. We'll do 1. Good. Nice and tall through that chest. Deep breaths. Good. And relax those feet. Very good. Very good. All right, grab a drink. We're going to work on our balance now. We want to make sure that we are close to some kind of support furniture here. I use the wall, chair, table, back of the sofa, something to hold on to. It's going to keep you safe while you're balancing. Let's stand with our feet one in front of the other. Feet are relaxed and knees are soft. We're looking forwards. And we want the weight to be even between both feet here. Good. Once you're comfortable in this position, let's tap our toes, our front foot, toes of your front foot. Good. Heel on that front foot. Toes on the back foot. And heel on the back foot. Good. Let's try that again. And we'll do 1 in each spot. Toe, heel, toe, heel. Let's go from the back. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Toe, heel, toe, heel, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good. Let's switch our feet around. And same thing again. Weight even between both feet. Knees nice and soft. And we just take the back foot and step forwards and backwards. Nice and slowly. 1 foot at a time. Couple. Good. Let's take the other foot now. Step it backwards and forwards. Forwards and backwards. Once more. Good. We can pause there. We're going to work on our tightrope, where we take heel to toe steps, forwards and backwards. Moving around as much as the space you're in will allow. Good. Keeping chest nice and tall. Good. And I want you to lift your knees a little higher if you can. Good. Moving forwards and backwards. Good. Couple more here. Nice high knees. Good. Excellent. Let's move on. We're going to stand with feet hip width. We're going to stand up on our tiptoes. Slowly lower down and stand on our heels. Wobbly. Up onto tiptoes. And then onto your heels. Toes. And then heels. Toes. Heels. Toes. Good, nice and slowly. Couple more. Last one. Good. Feet on the floor. Let's do a little bit on one leg here. I'm going to stand on my right foot. I'm going to tap my left heel forwards. Now I'm going to look up and find something that isn't moving. Focus my eyes on. My knees nice and soft. I'm standing with a tall chest. Let's take that heel up off the floor. Really focus your eyes on one spot. We're going to reach one hand forwards. Hold here. And let's add the other hand if we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Be relaxed. Let's try the other side here. Standing on the left foot, tap the right heel forwards. Knees soft. Let's take that heel off the floor. Oh, that's just no arms yet, just the heel. Make sure that left foot's nice and relaxed, knees soft. Let's take one hand forwards. Let's take that other hand forwards if you can. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And feet on the floor. Good. We're going to side step our feet. Nice and slowly. Step from one side to the other. Bring those arms out to the sides. Does that help your balance? Does it make it more difficult? As I step, I'm going to step my one foot behind the other. Good, nice and slowly. This time we're going to step in front of the other foot. Good. And now with that side step, I'm lifting one knee. Step and lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Wobbly. And lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Step and lift. Good. Couple more. Great. Oh, hardest work for the arms, I think. Let's do a little bit more. We're going to stand on one leg. I'm going to stand on my right foot. I'm going to raise my left. Just hold where it's comfortable. It doesn't have to be high. I'm going to look forwards. Find something that isn't moving. Focus your eyes there. Good. Let's turn and look to the left. And the right. Let's switch to the other foot. Standing on the left foot, raise the right. Looking forwards. Nice and relaxed on that foot that's holding you. I want you to look up to the ceiling. And then down to the floor. Back to me, feet on the floor. Excellent, everybody. Let's do a little bit of stretching to finish. Take an arm across your body and hold here. Good, the other way. Good, let's relax. This arm, I'm going to take one hand up to the ceiling, bend the other hand behind your back. Let's bring the other hand up, see if we can get those hands to link. See if they can move close to each other. Good, relax that arm, let's switch. One hand to the ceiling. Oops, my bracelet caught in my hair. One hand behind your back, reach the other hand up if you can. Let's relax those arms. We're going to have a seat. Sit forward in our chair, stretch one leg out, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. Let's hinge forward. Let my stretch in the back of your leg. Good, let's sit up, switch to the other side, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, hinge forwards. Good, we'll sit up, let's sit right back in our chair, pull one knee in. Let's circle this ankle. Back in the other direction. Good, let's point that toe. And then lift, point, lift, point, and lift, toes to the left, and the right, left, right, and again left, and right. Let's switch to the other side, pull that knee in, we'll circle this ankle. Back in the other direction. Good, let's point that toe, lift up, point, and lift, point, and lift, toes to the left, and the right, left, right, left, and right. Good, up to the floor. Let's come up to feet. Reach those arms behind you. Reach for the back of the room and take a deep breath in. Exhale, wrap those arms around you. Nice tight squeeze and a pat on the back. Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for joining me all through the week. I hope you have a fantastic week next week, and I will see you on the 25th. You have class next Monday, that's the 18th, and you have nothing else next week. And I'll be back on the 25th. Have a good one.